from the cold theaters of the world. This is Circuit Breaker. Brought to you by the entertainment site awardcircuit.com. An in-depth chat on film, television, and all the award shows that need predicting. Here's your host, Clayton Davis.
We are live on the air. Hello, readers. I know that we are live and we're just figuring it out. But hello, Clayton Davis here. Awardcircuit.com. It's day something of quarantine, and we are just hanging out with you. This is our Circuit Breaker, the Extras Hangout. This is where we talk about anything you want to. And I'm joined today with some other writers from Award Circuit that you may not have ever met before. But they're here to indulge with us in their expertise on whatever it is that we're going to talk about, as well as give their perspective on how COVID-19 is probably affecting their areas, because they're from different areas of the world. So let me introduce you guys, because you've probably seen some of their work on the site, but haven't seen their faces or anything like that. So first is Audrey Fox, contributor to the site. She's written some What's on TVs, some TV reviews, a couple of awards profiles. I believe she had an awards profile that just dropped today, which was cool. So it's just perfect timing. That wasn't even timed out that way. But there's your little introduction to her. And then Sean Alexander, who comes to us all the way from the United Kingdom, where things are getting spicy. Sean is one of our newest contributors to the site, doing a few circuit Q&As, what's on TVs, and just general nonsense stuff that we have him writing about. But I want to give them a moment or two just to kind of do their introductions on who they are, what they do outside of awardcircuit.com, and just basic introduction. So, Audrey, kick it off. Who are you? What do you do?
Oh, such a philosophical question.
I know. Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Well, I try to do a lot of writing. I'm obviously on Award Circuit, but I also write for Crooked Marquee and Jump Cut Online and several other places talking about film and TV and all that stuff. And at my day job, I work at Harvard School of Public Health, which, as you can imagine, is having a bit of a hot moment right now.
Look at you. Part of the problem.
I mean, I don't do anything impressive there, but...
Yeah. Except ruin the earth.
Well, you know.
Is what it is. Like that. Yeah. Cool. Good to have you, Audrey. And Sean, who are you? What do you do?
Well, I'm Sean. I'm from London sort of area. Most of the time I'm doing the writing. I do a part-time job in a toy shop outside of that. Currently not at the toy shop because I'm on self-isolation, which I've been on.
These people are filthy. Filthy people.
Basically, so I got this, so I got symptoms last week, so I'm in self-isolation. I've had a cough, and we're on lockdown basically, so it's 2 weeks for, like, if anyone in your family gets it.
Knock on wood, we have not had anyone on the site get sick yet, or like, in the writer's staff sphere, so please don't be the first, Sean. Fingers crossed. So, fingers crossed, we're praying for you. Hopefully you're right. So because some people had asked, I just thought I'd share again. I think I shared out on social media. My dad got tested for coronavirus 1 week ago today. And as of 12 p.m. today, right now, we are still waiting for results.
That's mental.
My dad's 77 years old. His birthday was last Friday. And he was in quarantine. They quarantined him on Thursday. And they said it was going to take 4 days to get his results. They were going to quarantine him until Sunday. He was quarantined in the hospital. And then on Sunday, they said, all right, listen, we're going to send you home. And we'll call you tomorrow with the results. And then Monday came and nothing. And then Tuesday came and nothing. I called them yesterday. And I was like, hey, like, any results yet? He's like, I called. And they told me to stop calling, that we'll call you.
Great.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Not even like, we're really sorry we don't have the results yet. Just leave us alone.
I don't think he's... Truth, my dad, he's the way he told me. That's not the way he explained it to me.
Okay, he might be editorializing.
So, I mean, yeah, he said they said stop calling. I don't think they really said it that mean, but the fact that they just said like stop calling, that was like big enough to cause some panic within him. So I think he's doing okay. He doesn't have a fever, which is good. That's like one of the good parts of this. But he is, he's older, so he's just like naturally nervous about it. So we're holding on. I'm just fixing something up on the YouTube channel here. So, because it actually was showing last stream stuff, so I was making sure that was still okay. Hold on. Sorry, guys. See, you're seeing how the sausage is made. Oh man. All right. First of all, how are your families? How's everyone? Are you guys like in quarantine, or anyone in quarantine or anything?
Audrey, you want to go first?
Sure. I mean, I've been working from home for about a week and a half now. Not because I have symptoms, just because my office was like, don't come in unless you absolutely need to. And I never need to. So like everything I do, I can do from home. But yeah, no, I haven't. I think my cousin is sort of in the same position where she's in limbo. Like she has symptoms. She's on a list to get tested, but it's been like 5 days and they still haven't set up a time for her to get tested. And just really don't know how you're supposed to, kind of figure this all out if there's just thousands and thousands of undiagnosed people with symptoms walking around, like shedding their germs everywhere. So it's rough.
Yeah. I mean, that's our life, isn't it? Right now. So we can only do that. Let's go to the Hangouts and let's see if everyone started trickling in yet, and then we can start taking some questions and things like that. Well, first of all, everyone's sharing it. Thanks, team. To my team that's sharing it out right now. And we're gonna obviously be doing some from that. Wait, chat is the chat disabled? Hold on. This is fun. All right, so we're gonna continue. Actually, I know we had some questions from the last episode, so I can bring those up here and then see what's up. First of all, shout out to Drew Griffith, our podcast producer, and like just everything that he's been doing to make sure that these are getting out kind of in a timely fashion. So thanks for that. Luke McGowan, great job, guys. Great podcast listening to. He said he's got something for us. Go through 1990 to 2009. The last 10 years seem to get all the love in questions like this, and pick a single acting winner from each year. 4 nominees, pick a single winner. So, for example, 1996, McDormand and Gooding Jr. duke it out. Rush and Binoche. Oh, okay. So we're picking the 4 acting winners from our respective year, and we're picking which one is the best of that 4, starting from 1990. So. I'm going to pull it up here. You guys should too as well.
Oof, yeah.
I think I need to.
But I'll have it in front of me, so we'll be okay here.
Pulling up my letterbox right now.
So starting with the 1990 ceremony, those winners were Jeremy Irons for Reversal of Fortune, Kathy Bates Misery, Joe Pesci Goodfellas, Whoopi Goldberg Ghost. So who's the best performance of those 4? Whoopi. Wait. Kathy Bates.
Yeah, I'm going Kathy Bates.
Yes.
I think that's something special there.
Same for sure.
I've never been more terrified. She looks so there's like such innocence, and then it's just like change.
Going to 1991, which is Anthony Hopkins, Jodie Foster, Jack Palance, and Mercedes Rule. So essentially, we're choosing between Hopkins and Foster, I think, is what we're saying. Hopkins, I guess. I guess it's Hopkins.
Yeah, I mean, that's just such an iconic performance. It's hard to go with really anything else.
I think I'd go for Foster, mostly just because Hopkins gets the like super showy role for it, but Foster does so much with a lot less.
By the way, the chat is disabled in the YouTube channel. I'm trying to fix it right now in real time as we are doing this at the same time. So sorry, guys. I'm working on it as you're listening to this, and hopefully it'll be up, and I'll tell you when to refresh your page. 1992, that's Pacino, Scent of a Woman, Emma Thompson, Howard's End, Gene Hackman, Unforgiven, Marissa Tomei, My Cousin Vinny.
Marissa Tomei. 100%.
I mean, that's
her biological clock is ticking.
Yeah,
come on.
It's definitely the coolest of them, but I think from a technical standpoint, I guess you have to say Emma Thompson.
Yeah.
Yeah, you guys don't feel the same, I guess.
No. What was it? Who was it? Gene Hackman.
Gene Hackman, Unforgiven.
Yeah, Unforgiven's great.
I'm actually not a huge fan of Unforgiven.
Ooh, okay.
I like it, but it's just like, it is what it is. All right, so then we go to 93. It's the year of Schindler's List, and now we have Tom Hanks, Philadelphia, Holly Hunter, Piano, Tommy Lee Jones, Fugitive, Anna Paquin, Piano. Tom Hanks, Philadelphia, by a lot.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, definitely. Sorry, I mean, like everyone else is good, but it's really, really...
It's weird having Tommy Lee Jones in there.
Oh, he's... And you know what?
No, he's great, but it just seems strange.
No, for sure. And I think what sucks so much about his win there is because he is part of probably top 5 best acting lineups, like, of all time. And he's not bad. It's just weird that he's the one that emerges. All right. Then we go to 94. That's Forrest Gump year, so we're at Tom Hanks again, with Jessica Lange for Blue Sky, Martin Landau, Ed Wood, Diane Wiest, Bullets Over Broadway.
I will go on record saying that Martin Landau is not only my best performance of this year, it's maybe in my top 5 to 10 performances of all time. So I stand by Martin Landau on this.
You got some love from Sam Coffey, because I think it's his number 1 performance of all time. And I know one of our readers, Robert McFarlane, loves Landau and Ed Wood, so you're getting fans all over the place.
Yeah.
Good work.
It's annoying because I do kind of like Forrest Gump. I love Forrest Gump. But that's the thing, because like half the people are saying like it's sacrilege to like it anymore because it's, I don't know, who knows, all sorts of things with him.
Yep.
I think it's a really good performance. Like, without Tom Hanks doing it, it's dreadful. Yeah,
listen, it's my second favorite movie of all time, and I will stand by it until I die. So
good. I like to hear that.
I'm never going to crap on Forrest Gump. And listen, I get kind of the criticism. It's also the same reason, I guess, why a lot of people now hate Mrs. Doubtfire for like, not similar reasons, but like just of the time reasons. And I'm like, nah, like it still gets to me. I still love it. So I'm going to hold on to it as long as I can. I'm not going to ruin my whole life for it. Okay. Next, we're on 95. So that is the Braveheart year. And that's going to be Nicolas Cage, Leaving Las Vegas, Susan Sarandon, Dead Man Walking, Kevin Spacey, Usual Suspects, and Mira Sorvino, Mighty Aphrodite. You got it, Sean. You kick it off.
Nick Cage. I love Nicolas Cage. He's something special, and that performance is just sums him up for me.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah. For me, it's between Nick Cage and Kevin Spacey, even though I
feel icky saying it.
I feel it's a really, really good performance, but I can't, in good conscience, it's 2020, Nick Cage, 100%.
I think I'm also on Nicolas Cage as well, because, it's he was trying, like those good old days when he just tried relentlessly.
I mean, he tries now, but it's trying for something else, and he does very well with it. It's just completely different.
Yeah, true. I'm like literally, readers, I hear you. I am like trying to turn back on the live chat on the YouTube thing, and it is not allowing me to for some reason. I'm so sorry. But actually, nope, I can give you a link here to submit questions, I think. And I will figure that out in a moment as well once I go to the next year, because you guys are going to buy me some time as I figure this out. We're in 96 now, so that is Jeffrey Rush Shine, Francis McDormand, Fargo, Cuba Gooding Jr., Jerry Maguire, Juliette Binoche, English Patient. Francis by a lot. Come on. I'm not going to play that.
Yeah, that's a clear one for me.
Yeah.
This is a lot of films that really I don't think have necessarily stood the test of time, except for Fargo. I think the other ones are sort of just like, would they be nominated, like, based on their resonance? What is this, 30 years later?
Yeah.
I don't know. But Frances McDormand, I think, definitely would still be. So, yeah, definitely Frances. I'm looking at the other nominees, too, and it's kind of a weird year.
Yeah. Actually, fun little question. Because I feel like it comes up a lot. Do you guys think Frances McDormand's really lead in Fargo? Or do you think she's a...
I mean, she's lead, I guess. Yeah.
Lead-ish.
Story?
I think so.
Ish. I mean, it's as much like, you know, when they do like supporting roles and it's basically a lead role. It's basically the same as that, just reversed. So I'll let them off.
Yeah. It's not like egregious if it is like slightly more of a, not a lead role, but.
Slightly not.
Yeah.
You know, you're slightly.
It's in that gray area where you're like, okay, this is acceptable. At least for me anyway. It takes a lot for me to get mad about category fraud. It takes a lot for you to get mad about it? Yeah, I mean, I don't mind. I'm just like, you know what? Play the game.
Don't lose the readers you just got, Audrey, by not finding it
I have
egregious.
other things on my mind right now. Category fraud is the least of my worries.
Okay,
so.
True. All right. I'll take that as an answer. 97, we are in, let's see. Jack Nicholson, Helen Hunt, Robin Williams, Kim Basinger. Robin Williams.
Yeah. Easy one, that one. Probably the easiest so far.
Really? Oh, okay.
Yeah. I agree. I think definitely Robin.
Yeah. Let's see. We are on 98 now. That's Shakespeare in Love year. So that's going to be Gwyneth Paltrow, Roberto Benigni, James Coburn, and Judi Dench. Gwyneth Paltrow by default, because that's just not a great like crop of four.
Yeah, I agree. I agree, Gwyneth Paltrow. And it's not because that performance is like so unbelievably amazing. It's just everything else. But wild to me that Ed Norton did not win for American History X and Ed Harris did not win for The Truman Show.
Because God hates us.
Because good things don't happen.
Yeah.
It's fine.
And you know what? And Ed Harris is a good example, man, of like Oscar just puts it off. We're like, we're going to get to him one day. Don't worry, we're going to get to him. And then The Hours was in 2003, and that's the last time we've seen him on an Oscar lineup. So,
yeah. If not now, when?
Never.
Time is short. Come on.
He's gonna need something at some point, so to get him over the hump. But we'll see. Okay, next up, we're in let's see, American Beauty year. So Kevin Spacey, Hilary Swank, Michael Caine, Angelina Jolie, and this is icky, but I'm gonna say probably Spacey.
You know, I'm going to go Jolie with Girl Interrupted. I like that movie. I think she's good.
She's good in that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I'll go Jolie. I don't want Spacey in my mind. I don't need that negativity in my mind right now.
You don't need that in your life?
Definitely not. Definitely not. I saw someone saying they were just waiting for a Kevin Spacey coronavirus video to show up. So,
he's
in character.
Yeah, you know that's coming.
It's only a matter of time
for it all goes to hell. Wait, I think I might have fixed it. Hold on. Let's see if I fix it. Nope, it says chat is disabled for this live stream. I don't know. I'm sorry, guys. But here, tweet at me. You could tweet at me and put it in the comments on the post that's on the site, and I could take it there. Sorry, it was all looking good until it didn't. So, but rather than keep looking off to the side and being distracting that way, I'm going to just stop trying to figure it out and get it at some other point. Okay, so then we are on 2000 now. That's a Gladiator year. And we actually just talked about this last time. Russell Crowe, Julia Roberts, Benicio del Toro, Marcia Gay Harden. And I think I'm going Julia.
I'll take Russell Crowe. Why not? He's something in that.
I'm going to agree. I'm going to go with Russell on this one.
It's a good performance.
Yeah, it's good.
I think then we're on 2002. Wait, click on the right one. Yeah, 2003, rather. Sean Penn, Charlize Theron, Tim Robbins, Renee Zellweger. Charlize Theron, monster.
Yeah, I think I'd agree with that. I think you might. Have you skipped a year?
Oh, did I skip one? Oh, did I? Oh, I sure did.
Yeah.
Oh, I sure did. But we can go back there. That's why I was like 2003. All right. Well, we can do 2003 and I'll go back to one. So you guys are on, what'd you guys say? Oh, Sean, you didn't give an answer. Go ahead. And I'll go back one.
So wait, for 2003?
2003, yeah.
Gosh, I'm getting years mixed up.
Yeah, that's Penn, Theron, Robbins, Zellweger.
For Charlize Theron, yeah.
Yeah, agree.
Yeah, she's something else in that.
Going back to 2002 now. Denzel Washington, Halle Berry, Jim Broadbent, Jennifer Connelly. Halle.
Yeah, it has to be. I mean, at least for me, anyway.
Yeah, I'd say so. Although Jennifer Connelly is very good.
Gotta love some Jennifer Connelly, right?
Yeah.
Need more of her around.
Where is she?
I don't know. I'm trying to remember what she's last seen her in.
Yeah. All right.
Is she still married to Paul Bettany? Is that still?
I think so.
Oh, she's going to be in Top Gun, the new Top Gun.
Is she?
Yeah.
Really?
As what?
It says as
the titular Top Gun.
Girl
Penny Benjamin.
Oh, it's going to be the worst. BT Dubs, and readers know me for this, I don't know who's dating, totally just found out that Joshua Jackson and Jodie Turner-Smith are a couple, and she's pregnant with his baby.
Yeah.
Man, yeah, no, that's a great couple. I've seen they're so cute together as well.
They're
So many
adorable.
videos.
I was like, who? What? She is out of Joshua Jackson's league. No, I'm lying. It's fine. They're appropriately matched. But like, I was, I didn't even, first of all, I thought Joshua Jackson in my head is like 50 years old now, and he's not. He's like actually still pretty young. But I was like, it was mind-boggling. I had no idea.
They're really cute. She was trolling on Twitter yesterday to try to get gifs of like him in like a TV show that he just did an episode on. Be like, guys, help me out. Send me gifts of my
way. Really?
My fiance. Yeah. They're adorable.
Oh, well, that's sweet. All right. Okay, let's go to the year. Oh, we did the year that we missed already. So now going to did the Penn year. Okay, so now we're back in order. So now the Lord of the Rings year. We did that one. What the hell am I doing? I'm getting confused now. I skipped like 2 years. My God. So so now we're to the year of Chicago. So that's Adrian Brody, Nicole Kidman, Chris Cooper, Catherine Zeta-Jones. That's a really good year. Nicole Kidman.
I'll give it to Chris Cooper. Why not? I think Adaptation's really good. I think that's something special. Like, it's something different for them as well to like award.
I really love The Pianist. I am a sucker for like World War II movies like that, Holocaust movies. That's terrible to say, but I was so like emotionally affected by that film, and I feel like Adrian Brody really carries it entirely on his back. So I soft spot in my heart for him for that.
Audrey's picking all the icky directors and people today.
Look, I'm sorry. Look, I wouldn't give him Roman Polanski an award now.
Yeah.
I'm not Cannes, or not, it's not Cannes. I'm not the French film organization.
We're going to continue this, but let me go. Actually, Ooh, well, actually, this is going to make us go longer. Matt Anderson submitted a question, but it's actually going to be part of another game, so I don't want to. I got you. I got your question, Matt. I'm going to come back to it in a minute because it'll be something good to tack on through here, but not. It's going to extend it out longer. Okay, so let's go to now 2004. That's the $1 Million Baby year. And we got Jamie Foxx, Ray, Hilary Swank, $1 Million Baby, Morgan Freeman, $1 Million Baby, Cate Blanchett, The Aviator.
I'll go Hilary Swank.
Yeah, I think I'm doing that by default.
Kind of gonna go Cate Blanchett on this because as much as I hate people winning awards for just doing impersonations, I feel like hers is maybe the best impersonation of all time. So
I often wonder, and I talked about this last Hangouts when we were talking about like Oscar revisionist history, like, you know, when they make up for something like down the line. So I was talking about, and the example I gave was Denzel winning for Training Day because it was makeup for him losing for Malcolm X and stuff like that. Cate Blanchett's win for The Aviator, I think, in not disagreeing that it's definitely good, but I believe wholeheartedly it's a makeup because she lost for Elizabeth. So if she wins for Elizabeth, does she still win for The Aviator? And then if she does she still win for Blue Jasmine? Does that mean she has 3 Oscars today?
No. One of those wouldn't happen.
Which one would it happen?
I think Blue Jasmine is the least likely to still happen if she had already won 2. Yeah, my opinion.
I think she loses for The Aviator, and then Virginia Madsen wins, maybe. And then I think she still wins for Blue Jasmine. She's 2-time Best Actress winner.
Yeah, I think I'm with you, Clayton. I think Blue Jasmine's got enough distance between it, so it's not like if they've already given her an award, they're not going to be like, "Oh, we still need to give you another one."
Yeah,
sort of thing.
Because The Aviator would be really soon, in theory, after like not that soon. It's like 7 years later. So actually, it's not that. I mean, people do win like that often, but yeah, I feel like she loses The Aviator, and then I think Virginia Madsen. I would say Natalie Portman maybe wins, but she had missed SAG, and I think she would have fell off in the end. But Virginia Madsen, Oscar winner today would have made me feel good in life. 2005, that's the Crash year. And we're at Philip Seymour Hoffman, Reese Witherspoon, George Clooney, and Rachel Weisz. Hoffman.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, kind of always. Just Hoffman.
When in doubt.
Probably. Yeah.
Yeah. I was looking the other day. It's been 6 years since he died.
That was the turning point.
I know. It's just like...
downhill from there.
It's sad. But yeah, so Hoffman Capote is great. Then we're the year of The Departed, and that's Forrest Whitaker, Helen Mirren, Alan Arkin, Jennifer Hudson. I'm going Jennifer Hudson.
I think I'll go Alan Arkin. I really like Little Miss Sunshine.
Really?
So that one's like a feel-good one that... Well, it's not particularly feel-good for most of it.
Not for Alan Arkin.
But it makes me feel good by the end. So,
Sean's a sucker for drug overdoses. He loves them. He thinks they're so much fun.
Yes, this is my jam.
Yeah, it's my jam.
I actually would also pick Alan Arkin. I think he's really, really good. Little Miss Sunshine.
Dope. Dope. See, that was a callback to drugs. 2007. That's a No Country year. We're at Daniel Day-Lewis, Marion Cotillard, Javier Bardem, Tilda Swinton. That's Daniel Day-Lewis for There Will Be Blood, and it's Daniel Day-Lewis for There Will Be Blood.
Yeah, pretty much. I think Bardem's the closest behind.
Yeah, you're correct.
For sure.
There are admirers and lovers of the Tilda Swinton win, and I know that you guys might go about it, but yeah. Then we're in the Slumdog year, and that's going to be Sean Penn Milk, Kate Winslet The Reader, Heath Ledger's Dark Knight, Penelope Cruz, Vicky Cristina Barcelona, we know what the answer is, so let's not even bother talking about it. And the readers, we hear you. Yes, we agree with you. So we're just going to move on. Unless you guys really think it's not Heath Ledger. I just feel like we're all going to say it. So no need to harp on it.
It's one of them ones where I'm like, I can't really argue against it.
It's difficult to argue against.
It's still my pearly white gate question, and I've said this before. Readers haven't heard it, and you guys probably haven't heard of this. I say the day I die, when I get to the pearly white gates, God's going to be like, "What questions would you like answered?" And my first one is going to be, if Heath Ledger's alive, does he still win for the Dark Knight? I want to know so bad. It's my number one question.
I mean, that is a big one, because...
Can I ask a follow-up question?
Sure.
Okay, so if Heath Ledger is alive and he wins, and he does win for the Dark Knight, in fact, does Joaquin Phoenix then still win for Joker?
Do you think one had to do with the other?
I just don't know if people would have been in the same headspace about awarding, like, I don't know.
Well, better question, I think, than your question could be, if Heath Ledger loses for Dark Knight, does Joaquin Phoenix still win for the Joker? So if Heath Ledger were to lose, does Joaquin happen later? I think I think you can mull on that a little more, because you asked if Heath wins, does Joaquin still win, right?
Well, yeah, because I'm just thinking, like, part of what Heath Ledger's win was about was, like, obviously acknowledging the fact that he died.
Yeah.
And if there wasn't, like, that element, if it was just like, okay, we're just awarding the Joker, like the character of the Joker, without any of that aspect of it, does that impact later award ceremonies in regards to the Joker? I mean, I guess it's not that much of a thinker, but
it's a question. I heard a lot of people this past season talk about the Dark Knight having some type of, like, impact on Todd Phillips' Joker. I don't know if I ever really bought it, because it was such a different type of movie that I just don't think they were seeing it in that type of headspace. I don't know. It is a question. I do, like, I think I stand by my wonder if Ledger loses and is alive, does Joaquin still win? Because does it make it more pronounced? Because then they're like, you guys have never done this before, you should start doing it. Does it become more of the talking point? But who knows? I'm not dead yet, so I can't do it yet. I'm trying though. All right, so then we are in the Hurt Locker year. That's Jeff Bridges, Sandra Bullock, Christoph Waltz for Inglourious, and Monique. And it's Monique, I think. Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
I go Christoph Waltz.
And that's just he's a clear
because
two,
that's
though.
Like my number one movie, pretty much.
Yeah.
You're saying it's not going to be Sandra Bullock?
It's not.
If we had to pick one person who I think least deserved their Academy Awards during this same time period, like, it's probably Sandra Bullock in that movie.
In, like, the decade or of that year?
I don't know. I'm just...
Yeah.
I would have to look through all of them and really think about it, but, like, off the top of my head, The Blind Side feels like...
I just want you to know, Audrey, you know that Sandra Bullock is in my Laminated 5, right? Well, speaking of Friends, right now, in my Laminated 5. So
she's lovely. She's wonderful.
Nothing against her. And
I think there's space for that kind of movie that doesn't necessarily need to be an Oscar-winning movie. It can just be, like, a good movie that people like.
I really want to rip the Best Picture nomination out of the equation. I think it's fine if she wins. The Best Picture nomination is what's pretty trash. But we'll see. All right. Then we're in the King's Speech here. That's Colin Firth, Natalie Portman, Christian Bale, and Melissa Leo. That's actually a little hard. Melissa Leo's a 4 for sure for me. I think I'm on Portman.
I agree. I think I'm on
same.
Bale, I think, is 2 for 3. And that does not mean I hate King's Speech, because I'm on record. I like King's Speech, and I hate that it gets crapped on for eternity. But Colin Firth is really good in it. So he's my personal acting winner of that year, too.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
That was a decent year.
Yeah, that was.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Now,
surprisingly.
now remove Melissa Leo and give it to Amy Adams for The Fighter, which was what should have happened. Then we're talking about a really big dilemma, and I don't know.
Yeah, then we're cooking with fire.
Yeah. Then we're in the year of the artist as Jean Dujardin, Meryl Streep, Christopher Plummer, and Octavia Spencer. Plummer or Dujardin?
I stand by Dujardin. Like, I really, really liked The Artist.
I do too. My number one of that year still. I know people crap on that too, but it's not
they
cool.
Can deal with it.
You don't have to crap on everything.
I think, yeah, Dujardin. I think I'd go for him.
We're going to Argo year. We're at Daniel Day-Lewis Lincoln, Jennifer Lawrence Silverlands Playbook, Christoph Waltz Django, Anne Hathaway Les Miserables. I think I'm gonna go Anne Hathaway.
I think I agree with you. I think, yeah.
I'm gonna go against it and say Jennifer Lawrence.
Fine. This is probably the best time ever that the chat is disabled because we probably would be getting screamed at right now.
Yeah.
So
we're taking advantage of the fact that the chat is disabled.
The chat is disabled.
I'm gonna start going more controversial.
If it's disabled in YouTube, again, guys, if you're watching, you can go to awardcircuit.com. It's the first article up there. Click in it, and then I'm gonna read questions from the comments below, so you can comment there and scream at us there. So just let you know. Okay, so we did that one. And then we are on the 12 Years a Slave year. And that's going to be McConaughey for Dallas Buyers Club, Kate Blanchett, Blue Jasmine, Jared Leto, Dallas, and Lupita. Lupita, come on.
Yeah, Lupita. Next question.
She's so perfect in every way. Like, I think that's like my favorite win of like a long time. Like, it is the one that brings me the most joy. We're in the Birdman year. That's Eddie Redmayne, Julianne Moore, J.K. Simmons, Patricia Arquette. I think I'm going to go Patricia.
I'm J.K. Simmons. Whiplash is one of my favourite movies, and that performance is scary beyond belief.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are definitely my top two. I think I'm leaning a little more towards Arquette.
All right, we're in the Spotlight year, and we have Leonardo DiCaprio, Brie Larson, Mark Rylance, and Alicia Vikander. I think I'm going to go Alicia. Shocker.
Mark Rylance was a performance that it made me really, really happy when he won. Just because I felt like he was not really the person that everybody was
because everyone thought it was going to be Stallone.
And I love Mark Rylance.
I got beat up so much that year for not like. I didn't predict Sylvester Stallone one time to win the Oscar until my final predictions, and I was so pissed I did. So pissed I did. That was actually the first time I went 19 for 20 in nomination predictions, and the one I got wrong was Sylvester Stallone because I thought he was going to miss.
Gosh,
because he had missed SAG, and I thought it meant something, and then I was trying to figure everything out, and BAFTA, thanks UK Brits, I went to BAFTA and I was trying to pull it out, and I chose Benicio del Toro instead of Sylvester Stallone, and so Stallone was my 6. I even got Tom Hardy right, and like hardly anyone got Tom Hardy right.
Yeah, Tom Hardy was basically
and I got Charlotte Rampling right. I was so proud of myself that year. I felt like Russell Crowe in A Beautiful Mind. Like I cracked the code. Everything happened. It was great. I was going to be famous, and then that was it. Yeah. So you're Mark Rylance. And what did you say, Sean?
I hadn't said anyone yet.
Okay.
I think I'd go Rylance, but I really like Brie Larson in Room. I think that one's, especially like with all the sort of like hate she gets now for supposedly not being a great actor, that shows she definitely can act.
All right. We got the Moonlight year, and then we have Casey Affleck, Emma Stone, Mahershala Ali, and Viola Davis. I think I'm gonna go. I gotta go. I think it's gonna be icky. I think I gotta do Casey. But Mahershala is actually really close for me. I like Mahershala's win a lot.
I think I go Mahershala. He's so good in Moonlight, and Moonlight's just such a beautiful movie.
Yeah, Mahershala for me as well. I need to rewatch Moonlight actually as well. Now that I think of it, that's gonna be my comfort one.
Wait, you said you need to rewatch it? Have you not watched it again since you?
No, I've seen it more recently, but I need to rewatch it to as a comfort movie. Oh, in these hard times.
Nice. We're in Shape of Water year. Gary Oldman, Frances McDormand, Sam Rockwell, Allison Janney. That was the first time we all four repeated at every award show, and I think I'm going Gary Oldman. I think it's an all-timer.
I like Frances McDormand in Three Billboards.
That's a good one too.
Yeah, I think I'm on Frances McDormand's side. Gary Oldman's performance, I felt like, was a lot of reliance on makeup and prosthetics.
A lot of people feel that way.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I think Frances is my.
You just gained a whole bunch of new followers based on the Chalamet people who said that all year long that year. So they now like you.
Look, I'll take them.
Yeah, and keep it coming, right? Let's see. Next on the docket is the Green Book year. Gotta love it.
Do you have to love it?
Rami Malek, Olivia Colman, Mahershala, and Regina King. And it's Regina King. She's perfect. And so is Olivia Colman, who's also perfect. So them two win together. But but out of it, I think it's Regina.
Yeah, I want both of them. I want to pick both of them and just completely erase the other two from my memory in terms of their wins for this year. Is that a thing we can do? Because that's what I would like to do.
Go ahead. Never stop. Can't stop. Can't stop. Won't stop.
I'll take Coleman. She's British, and I felt very warm.
That's why
I felt very warm when she won. It just made me feel great. I'll take it. Yeah. It's like I won.
Home field advantage. I get it.
Yeah.
No, you can't go. You are BAFTA. You are the BAFTA voter. This is what we predict all the time. That's why we knew Favorite was going to sweep the BAFTAs. All right, and then last year, Joaquin, Renee, Brad Pitt, Laura Dern. I'm going to go Renee.
I'm going to go Brad on this one. Just because I don't really... I mean, I wasn't really this super high on Joker. Not really super high on Judy. And I love Laura Dern, but I feel like she should have won for Little Women and not Marriage Story.
Ooh, you were one of those.
I'm one of those. I am now officially... sorry.
No. Listen, I'm hearing the internet. That's all. I see film Twitter. I hear them, and they're very, very excited about you saying stuff today.
I'll take Renee.
You take Renee?
Yeah. I saw that one quite late, but when I did, I was like, oh no, she deserves it all.
All right.
Plus, I really am not a fan of Joker.
Yeah, same.
I think it's because I Love You were never really here, and it just does everything Joker should have done.
Yeah. Josh Parham, by the way, put a comment. He said, I'm yelling at you in spirit. So he's been yelling. So there's been yelling here.
Thank you.
Yeah. Thanks for the yells. We'll take yells all damn day. Let's see. What else do we have here? I would like to look at some other stuff that's been going on news-wise, and we can just chat about it and not be all serious about it. So so many movies getting pushed back. So we talked about this last podcast as well. Do you think that we are going to have a heavy third and fourth quarter, or do you think a lot of movies are going to shift to 2021?
I think it really, really depends on what the next month to 2 months looks like in terms of if this seems like it will be conceivably dying down by the fall, in terms of people being able to go out again and see movies and productions being able to actually be happening. And I think there's probably optimistic people who think fall releases are going to be okay, but then I think there's also going to be a lot of people who want to err on the conservative side and just be completely safe and not have to worry about pushing back again and just push it to spring.
Sean?
Yeah, I'm kind of expecting everyone to kind of push to next year at this point, because Fast and Furious did it, didn't they already, I think?
Yeah.
And I think that might be the smart move, just to, because even if it changes and say the July-August time is like when it starts to get better, that's still going to leave a good few months where things are still not great. And people are going to be like, I don't really fancy going out right now. I'm just going to stay in and enjoy my Netflix.
Netflix and chill.
Yeah, it's going to be, well, that's big. Netflix are going to be loving this coming up. They could have the award season to themselves at this rate.
It's true. I feel like things are just going to be weird for a year to a year and a half in terms of everything, but like specifically the film industry. It's just going to be off and weird.
Yeah. All right. Just let you guys know, readers on site. So I don't know if you did know this or you've been paying attention. So we have this plug for the site. We have a coupon deal going on right now on the site. If you go to the Circuit store, and if you go to the menu bar, there's a tab for the store. Just click on that, and you can get any of our merchandise items. Actually, you probably just saw a book bag just appear in the bottom of the screen. It's one of the items that are in there. It's a cool new. I freaking love that book bag. But yeah, we have a whole bunch of stuff there, and because 1917 is coming out on Blu-ray and DVD next Tuesday, you can get 19.17% off your order like that.
Good stuff.
Yeah, and let's shout out to Universal for sending out this lovely 1917 clock. Oh, it was a watch and clock in there, but also has a compass inside too.
Oh, wow.
So when
cool.
the world inevitably ends, I'm going to know where north and south and east and west are. So that's really cool. So support us, support the site, and go to the store and pick something up for yourself, because that would be cool. Let's see what else is in some comments below. Kellen has something, question for the live stream. If you could rewrite Oscar history in some way, what would you do? This may have multiple consequences. For example, I would have kept Kate Winslet in supporting for The Reader rather than switching her to lead. She would then win her Oscar in supporting, where she belonged category-wise, and then Meryl most likely would win actress for Doubt, since she won SAG and BFCA. Since Meryl would have won her third for Doubt, she would not have won for The Iron Lady a few years later, resulting in Viola winning for The Help instead. That's a good rewrite of history, and that actually is all feasible, because then brings us to the next logical question, because I actually like that history rewrite. If Viola wins for The Help, does she win for Fences? And I'm thinking she does not. And then does that mean it's Michelle Williams that finally gets her Oscar? Or is it someone like Naomi Harris?
This is some galaxy brain level stuff.
Yeah.
Which year was that? That was quite recent, wasn't it?
Yeah, Viola Davis year. Yeah, that's she's up against Naomi Harris, Nicole Kidman, Octavia Spencer, and Michelle Williams.
Oh, yeah.
I think Michelle Williams probably ekes it out in the end, but then I think maybe Denzel squeaks by Casey. Because then Fences gets something.
Well, yeah, I think, it does the switcheroo then, because I think Denzel was close anyway.
Yeah, he was like very close number 2, so maybe that's what pushes him over the edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could see that happening.
Good question. It's good, like, try to figure that crap out.
My Oscar rewrite is not about any specific award, but it is about the Lifetime Achievement Award in general.
Okay.
I would like to rewrite that's inclusion in the Academy Awards, because I feel like it is leaned on as a crutch. And I think that if you're not going to award people for their actual performances, I don't like the idea that you just get a catch-all at the end to kind of pat yourself on the back.
Well, they're not known as Academy Award winner, blah, 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 when they get a Lifetime.
Well, I'm not saying for like the actors to pat themselves on the back. I'm saying for the Academy to say like, look, see, we awarded them. I feel like they're leaning on that too much, and they have historically just under awarded people because they're like, we'll get them when they're 80. We can trot them out, and everyone will give them a standing ovation, and it's fine.
I don't like. I don't. Well, lately I feel like they've been choosing maybe a little more correct or wisely on who they give it to. I do believe that there's some validity to it. I think some of the names that film Twitter throws out sometimes that they should get one, I think it's way premature. I think I brought this up maybe a few weeks ago on a podcast. Like, I think we should be leaning towards giving Harrison Ford one, because I think someone who's been like an undeniable movie star and has been an influence over decades in multiple different franchises and films and things like that, knowing that there's Academy bias, I think I'm okay with some of it in general. But I do concede sometimes that like someone like Peter O'Toole, like did he end up getting did he get Lifetime Achievement Award?
I thought he did, but
he feels like someone who would have.
I'm trying to think if I kind of don't think they did, or maybe they did before he died. Yeah, he did. He got it before his other nomination for Venus. So like Paul Newman got his way too early because he won literally the next year for Color of Money.
Yeah. So
yeah, I think you need to appropriately time some stuff. But Peter O'Toole made sense. I think we got an honorary. Yeah, there's an honorary award and then there's a Lifetime Achievement Award. And I think we just need to do a better job of distinguishing the two, perhaps. Maybe.
Well, I think might have been a couple of years ago, and Agnes Varda won a Lifetime award.
Yeah, Agnes Varda got hers.
But then she had a film that was up for documentary the same year, and then it basically just got nothing because they were like, "Oh, we've already given you the award. It's fine."
It has. You can't prove nor deny that it has an impact or it doesn't have an impact. So then you when you put that question out to the universe, it is what it is. That's why I'm also not a fan of like hosts who are nominated for Academy Awards, aka James Franco, like. That first, I mean, besides him doing a terrible job, I think when you're nominated, like that evening should have a greater significance for you. And I think sitting there as a nominee, like not also worrying about like, I could win later or whatever. And then let's pretend he did win. People would call it foul and been like, oh, it's because he was hosting. That's messed up. Hugh Jackman won a Tony the year he hosted for The Boys from Oz. And I feel like people always like talked about stuff like that. And I'm just not a fan of that in particular.
Yeah, it feels like a no-win situation because then if they lose, the vibe is like awkward for the rest of the night. Like every time they have to come back out, they're like, yeah, well,
and not that Franco wasn't awkward the entire time,
What he did to Anne Hathaway is unforgivable. Yeah. Like that poor theater child just left up there
to figure it out. I do have a question in regards to the undo of history, since I brought it up with the Pacino thing. If Pacino loses for Scent of a Woman, what should Pacino have won for of his nominations? And don't call category fraud and like move him to another. Like if what he has is what he has, what should he have won for? And I think a good consensus answer is probably going to be Dog Day Afternoon, which people will call, and that means he beats Jack Nicholson for One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest. And you have to be okay with that.
Yo, I'm not.
And now some people will say he's going to get 2 more in his lifetime. But Jack in One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest is pretty iconic. Like, is Pacino, like, I think, and I'm going to quote Nathaniel Rogers here from Film Experience. He always says it's okay for people not to win an Academy Award. Like, it's okay to be a Clark Gable and go down in history like that, because I think it's important for the brand itself. So, is it okay that he just doesn't have an Oscar?
That's the thing. If I look through, so Dog Day Afternoon would probably be my choice, but then, as you say, I have to kick out Nicholson, and I don't think I want to fight Nicholson over that.
Yeah.
But then I look at...
So then you're going to... Yeah, you're going to 1975. You could say Godfather Part 2, which I think then is the best answer because he beats Art Carney because no one cares about that performance.
Well, that would probably be the obvious one.
Sorry, Art Carney fans. We know you're screaming. You can't reply. But
I would give someone $5 right now that said they actually seen Harry and Tonto.
I don't get $5.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's the easiest answer. I also am okay with him winning for Serpico because he beats Jack Lemmon for Save the Tiger, because I don't think that's a Jack Lemmon performance that I think he should have won for. He also has like one of the worst representations of his career in terms of Oscar wins as well.
Yeah, I think it's much better to be the person who just doesn't have an Oscar and everybody's like, oh, this is an amazing person who doesn't have an Oscar, than to be the person who has one and everyone's like, they never should have won for that. That's horrible. And like, that's their legacy of just being the person who didn't deserve their Oscar. So. Yeah.
You also have him for the year of Godfather 1 against Joel Grey in Cabaret. And we all know it's category fraud, so I'm not going to even pretend. And it's said that Pacino protested and didn't go to the ceremony that year because he believes that he should have been in lead, as he should have been.
Yeah. Yeah, that's a lead performance.
Then we're at And Justice for All against Dustin Hoffman for Kramer versus Kramer. I don't think that holds water. Hoffman deserves it. And then we have him for Dick Tracy against Joe Pesci for Goodfellas, and the internet will not allow that.
I don't think anyone would ever allow that.
Yeah. And then Scent of a Woman, he beats Denzel, and I think that's gross. And then in supporting, he's nominated also because he's double nominated that year for Glengarry Glen Ross. Are you okay with him beating Gene Hackman?
Yes.
I
am.
Well, I think Jack Nicholson should have won that year, but I think I'm okay with that. I think I'm okay with Gene Hackman not having 2 Oscars.
Do Pacino and Nicholson not like each other because they're constantly nominated against each other? Like every time I look, and it's like, oh look, it's Jack Nicholson's there as well.
Yeah, I mean they're just like the 70s, 80s guys and 90s that just like were all over the place. Just kind of like the Brits of the time, like Richard Burton and Peter O'Toole, like that whole crew. They just rolled together for a long time. And then the bunch of them never won Oscars, like Albert Finney, like without an Oscar in hand, I think it's kind of, I don't say it's okay, but I think it's okay, like in that sense, because we survived, and now he has a distinction of like we can shame the Academy forever for it. Sometimes that's more fun to shame them.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah.
So would you be okay instead if it was Pacino only won this year then? Oh. So he missed out and then won for The Irishman.
That was going to be my last thing. Oh, by the way, Josh Farm just corrected me. I said Clark Gable. I didn't mean Clark. Damn it. I meant Cary Grant. Yes, thank you. Thank you for the correction. Those two are names I often mix up. Yes, Clark Gable won for It Happened One Night. I did mean Cary Grant. Thank you, Josh. The Irishman, then Brad Pitt, which, by the way, and Mark isn't going to like this, he was an Academy Award winner before last year. But I know some people want him to have an acting Oscar, and I think he was like such prom king the whole year. So, but if he hadn't won for Scent of a Woman, I think then he's super competitive, and I think he wins.
Yeah.
It'd be hard to like. Because first of all, he would have been the only non-winner in the lineup.
Yeah. Just like, sorry,
especially
Al,
with his name.
Yeah, and they I don't think they would have done it. Okay. Oh, there's another question here from Josh. Any predictions on what rule changes the Academy might make this year? So they already made one that I had exclusively called that they were considering, which was 5 in makeup, which they have moved to. I have heard much through the grapevine that they are considering and discussed casting and stunts to be added to the show as a category. I haven't got confirmation that's going to happen. And now with everything that's going on, I wonder if they're going to or not. Like, I think maybe that might have got pushed back a year. I have also heard through the grapevine that they've considered this for a while, moving all the shorts to the Governor's Awards. Which, by the way, I agree with if they're not going to do a better job at getting the public to see that and get involved with it. I hate it because a lot of our diversity comes in those categories. But if you're not going to educate the public, then just leave it be.
Yeah. I think the casting one is the biggest one for me. Like, casting is such a huge aspect of every single film that gets nominated. And it just, I feel like it definitely deserves to be like, because I'm just trying to think who, like, Parasite probably would have won casting this year.
Well, that's
maybe.
Well, that's the fear, right? Is that does it become just another tack on win for the best picture winner? And I think Parasite probably does win that category. And then you look to SAG Ensemble to like kind of delineate like winners and stuff like that.
I like got my start working at a casting office, and so I'm like very into the idea of having a best casting category. My thing is that I feel like there's a distinction between best cast and best casting, and I don't think I'm worried that it will just become like another best ensemble award, where I think like where you can really award best casting is when you bring people in who are like playing against type, or just like you discover some, new person out there who has like a great debut performance or early performance. Things like that I think are definitely worthy of awarding best casting. But I feel like it is just going to become like, okay, you have the best cast, so that is...
Yeah, well then you get into the idea of like, is a cast ensemble and the like for our Award Circuit Community Awards, we now give the cast ensemble prize. We award it to the casting director. So, and we think that, you have to really define what it's about. Juan Carlos Ojano, by the way, shared his thoughts. I actually think if Viola won Best Actress for The Help, Viola would campaign lead for Fences, and she might win a second actress Oscar over Emma Stone. Then Naomi Harris wins supporting actress for Moonlight, and maybe Janelle Monáe then gets the 5th slot for Hidden Figures.
I could see that.
I think Viola probably... listen, I think she was supporting, and I think she believed it too, because it is ultimately up to them. And I think maybe then it's less strategy behind it, and they just kind of throw caution into the wind and say, fine, I'll go lead, and maybe may or may not get nominated and see what happens, because she already has her Oscar. But it's an interesting thought. We got like 5 more minutes and then we're going to close up shop here. Let me see if I can get it. If you got any questions, again, throw it in the comments on the site. The YouTube got disabled for some god-often reason. We don't know. Ryan asked which film would have won Best Casting last year. I think we just answered that. I think it's Parasite. Let me see who I think... Here's a better question. Who would have been nominated?
Yeah, that's a good one.
So I think I'm looking here. Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Parasite, probably The Irishman.
I think Knives Out.
What happened?
Oh, sorry. Audrey, you first.
I think Knives Out would get a look in for Best Cast because it's just packed.
Yeah, I think that too. So that's like 4, and then maybe Little Women or Bombshell.
Yeah, I was saying Little Women, so...
Because Little Women, I think, is a really good example of, yes, these are all like kind of familiar faces and stuff, but they're really well used, and sort of the casting was thought about creatively.
Oh, you think it's cool that Florence Pugh plays a 12-year-old? That's awesome.
Yeah, I think it's cool. No, look, it's only weird in the scene when she's in the classroom with other 12-year-olds who are legit children.
Yeah.
But
because you're just looking at her and you're like, you're a child. Like, You're an adult in a room full of children.
But I also thought like it was one of those schools where everybody just is in a classroom together. Sure. So that's how I was explaining in my head.
Good save. I would have loved to see something like The Farewell or Us also get nominated, but we all know that wouldn't have happened because God hates us.
Yeah.
In particular, me right now. See if you have anything else question-wise that's out there. I'm looking. Matt Anderson, make sure you submit your question, I think, for our next one. He's going to ask us, out of 1990 and 2019, what's your replacement for one Oscar winner of the 4 lineup? So we would have to replace the winner with another winner.
Wow.
So that's why I said it was going to get long.
Yeah.
But we will totally consider that. Josh Farm says, Little Women hate from the guy who loves the clown movie. Okay, damn.
Oh.
Shots fired at Clayton Davis. And I like I'm okay with Little Women. I like Joker. It's okay to like some movies and not others, but I'm also Little Women 1994 is my Little Women, and nothing tops that. So there's some Little Women that belong to others. So for this generation, your Little Women's going to be Greta Gerwig's, and that's fine.
There's plenty of Little Women to go around.
Yeah, there's 4 of them. Yeah, just like there's a Star is Born for every generation now, so you can get your own. Let's see. I thought I had one more from the old episode. Actually, here we could do this. As we get ready to close up shop, Audrey and Sean, tell people where they can follow you because they may have just met you.
Yeah. So follow me on Twitter. I am salexanderfilm. That's basically where I do most of my stuff at the moment. Writing for Award Circuit. I'm trying to write for other places, but no one wants to. No one's got any films coming out at the moment, so it's getting a bit quiet. So if you want to hear me talk about Saw films for the next 2 years, who knows?
Word.
Yeah, I'm on Twitter at Odd on a Mission, and you can find me at Award Circuit and Crooked Marquee and Jump Cut Online, pretty much like all over. But yeah, that's me.
Thanks. Let's see. I don't think I have anything else here. Like I said, it's still trial and error. It was more good today, except for the comments being turned off on the YouTube page. So besides that, I think everything else kind of went fine. But I think we're going to do this again tomorrow. I'm probably going to pull 2 other writers in here. But I'm also I put it out yesterday. I think I might want to bring a reader on tomorrow. Ooh. So if you have a laptop with a video cam and a external microphone and stable internet, which is also very important in this world, put some stuff in the comments, and then maybe I'll contact you. Put your contact information because I need to be able to contact you and let you know like what to do. And I think we're gonna do it again tomorrow at 12 o'clock Eastern time. Once again, you can give us some topics to speak about in preparation for that. And I think we're gonna maybe watch a few trailers tomorrow a little bit. I think it'll be fun to watch some stuff and maybe watch some past Oscar wins too, like some of our favorite stuff. And by the way, I know I said the other day about the pitch meeting videos I was watching, and I said Screen Junkies. It's not Screen Junkies, it's Screen Rant. I often mix stuff up very often, so correction there. But the Screen Rant pitch meetings are hilarious. I've watched like 30 of them, and there's a lot of time that's on my hands right now. I just don't know what to do. What you guys watch on Disney Plus or Netflix or anything else or Hulu?
We haven't got Disney Plus yet. It comes out on Tuesday.
You guys haven't gotten it in the UK?
No. So it comes out Tuesday, and I'm going to be watching that straight away.
So no one in the UK has been able to watch The Mandalorian?
Yeah, sure. No one's watched it.
They're still releasing it weekly though in the UK, right?
Yeah,
They're
so we're
still
only going to get it. We're getting 1 episode at a time as well.
That is Awful.
Wild.
Yeah.
Shame on Disney. Like, really big shame. That is, and you, oh man. I'm so sorry.
We're all on lockdown now, basically. So just give us them all in one go so we can enjoy it while the world's still around.
Oh, well, I'm sorry for that.
It's okay.
A little bit of breaking news right now that I just received. Canopy, which is a free streaming platform if you have a library card. I just got a statement from them. Canopy recognizes that people are facing difficulties in light of the health and safety precautions associated with COVID-19 and are working with its content partners to offer a broad selection of films for credit-free streaming for the next 30 days. In addition to the films, Canopy is offering free unlimited access to Canopy Kids so parents can continue to provide educational content to kids and families at home with titles such as Sesame Street, Arthur, and more. Below, and then they give a sample of the credit-free films that are currently available. And then a complete list of the titles can be found. I'm going to share this out on the site, which is cool. And then as of today, the following content partners have also made a selection of their films available as part of the credit-free offering. First Run Pictures, Samuel Goldwyn Collective, I Films, Film Rise, Media Educational Foundation, NYX Channel, New Day Films, Oscilloscope, and Passion River Productions. So that's cool.
Wow, I'm going to have to go look at that. I love Canopy.
Yeah. If you have a library card, do you have Canopy, Sean? No.
I think we do have a sort of Canopy, but it's definitely not as good as the American one.
I'm never going to the UK. Like, that is some awful stuff.
We ain't got Criterion Channel either, or whatever that is. So,
you just killed Clayton. He's dead now.
Well, I don't think we've got it. I haven't been told yet.
This is Criterion's time to shine right now.
Because we had Filmstruck. Was it Filmstruck?
Yeah.
Beforehand? We had that for a week.
Then they went out of business. So Criterion Channel's offering a free trial for 14 days right now. And Criterion Collection is doing 30% off until April 30th off their entire in-stock catalog.
Wow. Get them, Criterion.
I'm jealous. I mean, not that I can spend any money on Criterion right now. I would have to buy this toilet paper.
But damn. Whew. All right. Wait. We got a few more comments that came in. A lot from Josh Barham. It says, all with love, Clayton, because he was mean to me. Thank you, Josh, for that. And there was nothing else. That was actually, it pulled in from the other stuff. He was just being nice and apologetic. Because he was being that was very unfilmed Twitter of you to apologize for being mean.
No, he's meant to double down.
Cool. All right, guys, so join us again tomorrow at 12 o'clock. Thank you, Audrey and Sean, for joining us today.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah, it's fun.
And then, listen to Imagine, sang by Gal Gadot and the rest of the...
Please no. Please no.
No.
Everyone's like this close up to the screen.
Just donate. You don't need to record yourself singing.
Social distancing, right? That means social media distancing too.
Yeah. That's the next step.
Yeah. All right, guys. So I'm Clayton. Follow me at Award Circuit. Download us on Stitcher Radio, iTunes, Spotify, and go to our YouTube channel. Go to the Circuit Store to buy your merchandise. Your book bag, and other stuff. We have some cool shirts. The Rated shirts are awesome because that's going to have some significance very soon with our new redesign coming up. Can't share too much more about it. And then some other stuff. So, with Clayton and everyone, see you on Not the Movies. See you here for the next few weeks. Bye, guys.
Bye. Stay safe, everybody.
Circuit Breaker is brought to you by AwardCircuit.com. Just plug in.